Exactly. As long as we pass written exams, then you proceed to the next stage. Now we got. Let's go back to date for the day. We put in now we got simulators, so they're taking the simulator, and so they do training there, and then they bring you out here bit by bit. The first few stages, all you're doing is learning the route, the tracks. For a normal person might not seem anything, but for us guys, every little piece of track is different. The speeds, the bends, the signals. So they test us like, what does this signal mean? What does this mean? What would happen if this instant happened? And then you actually start driving the train. We actually do, on Sundays we do drive the train just to keep our practicing as well. Then every year we have something called our refresher training. One's due in April, that's like 5 days. Again, you go to the classroom, and then what they do, they take the train in the yard there, and they drive you up, and the instructors then put on a forage on the train to see how we behave, how we fix it, which is quite intense.
And that's every year?
And when we pass all that, then they issue us a license for the following year. It's like that. Well, I enjoy it.
So it's rolling contract for license rate?
Well, our contract is permanent, but we have to, part of our contract is that we meet the standard. If we don't meet the standard, then...
So what happens if you failed in April? Would you be given another opportunity to do it, or would they...
Of course, because they've invested a lot of money in me.
Yeah.
They've invested a lot of money in me, so they will give me another opportunity. As to why I failed. Well, if I failed, there'd be inquiry as to why he's failed, and then the structure operator has to, I wouldn't say justify, but he has to demonstrate or explain the reasons why he's failed me. What did I fail on? So then they'll do the second assessment and retraining. Some of the minor things, yes, you could get away, but if there's something serious, then you say no, can't be a train driver.
Sorry. So has your brother been doing it for the same amount of time?
My brother started a year younger than me. He was a year younger than me. He started a year before me. He came out of university and he only came over here as temporary until his job came out, because he wanted to travel around the world, and he kept going on and on at me about what brilliant job is, come on here. And I wouldn't. I used to be bank manager. I used to work for NatWest before RBS came over. So when RBS came over, it was just it was horrible. And so I decided, I'll come over here for a little while. And I actually came over here as a night control, and I was a train driver. But when I come on the side, when they brought us on trains, coming from a bank,
desk job,
different. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I came on here, and it's one of the best decisions I made in my life. It's, like with all jobs, you have your good days and you have your bad days. But overall, this is a very satisfying job. Good thing is you don't take your work home with you.
Yeah.
When I get off the train, that's it. Then once I've got off the train, I've handed the train over, then I've switched off.
You taking pictures?
Yeah, I'm taking a few of those.
They come out okay? Should come out fine on your phone. Should be just as good as mine.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen what the quality's like on that GoPro?
Of this?
No, on the GoPro, what they're filming.
Film that I've done now? No, I can't. I can't seem to rate it.
So let's hope it's working.
If it comes out badly, then
Castle Lane, so I live 20 minutes away. I've been here 15 years. I'm 52 now. I'll see the jump to 65. I like to go early if I can. All the time.
Yeah. So there's not an early retirement thing. It's you don't have to retire like police think you have to retire. Is it 55 or maybe it's a bit older?
Well, no, there is one issue. Apart from your passing your training every year exams, you do go for periodic health checks, and you know, pass those as well. Your vision, your hearing, your like I'm diabetic type 2, so I take metformin. But if I was type 1 insulin, then I can't do this job. So they do monitor your health and everything. You got to pass those as well. You got to go to the standard. To be honest, a lot of people do go at 60 and around 60s. There's only very few people I've heard of that really sort of stayed up to 63, 64, 65. It's like it's the isolation that gets to you. The isolation of being by yourself for days, and you can have good days and bad days. Like you can, on the Sunday you can come in, you can just sign on, say hello to the manager, drive the train for 4 hours, get off at lunchtime, and there'll be nobody there. Grab the canteen stuff, buy your food, you eat it, then you pick up the train and drive down for and you come home and I'm going home and I said to my wife, in the home day I've only said about 3 sentences. It's very important you look after your health in this job. You have to sleep properly. If you don't sleep properly, this job can really get to you, because you can't start feeling sleepy and after lunch and so on. Unfortunately, shift work in this job has caused a lot of divorces and breakups. In shift work, there's a lot of breakup of marriages and so on.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
Go home and you could be in a mood that says, I haven't spoken to anybody all day, and you want to talk. You want to do things, you want to go out, and that doesn't fit in with family life. Or you go home and you can be completely the other way around.
Yeah.
And I find this a lot amongst the elder drivers, that they identify, they don't want to know, they want to be left alone. They just want to be left alone. They don't want to talk. They don't want the noise of the kids, and they're so there goes, you press the doors are behind the door, so you decide to get on.
Yeah.
And he's got a walking stick and everything.
It's quite difficult to see as well as in a shadow.
Well, we have other procedures. We have a problem in the summer with the sunlight. They're so bright, reflection that we can't see. So then I'll call up the line controller and he sits station staff down. So he'll stand on the platform and I'll make the announcement, I'll close the doors, and if everything's okay, he'll wait.
Yeah.
Or show me a green signal, and then I'll go. I do miss not going out 100 kilometers an hour. That was quite because they're going to, over the next few years, they want to extend the night tube working across to a lot more lines. So if you're interested, that'd be your foot in the door. 23,000 pounds for 2 days work. We'll start from there and then you can come
2 days work?
Like, if you're able to handle the responsibility and everything, get in there first and then you can build yourself up to full time and so on. And then it's not just a driver's job, there's so many other jobs here, the engineering side, electrical side, and line controlling, there's so many. The thing is, people who actually come here and actually pass all the tests and start working, but they don't leave. It's very rare that people have said, I've worked there 5 years and I'm going to leave and go to something else. So if they do go, it'll be like, they've gone on to become an airline pilot, or they've gone on to work on a cruise ship or something like that. Yeah, but otherwise people don't leave because it's a
The same length?
no. The ones that tend to be outer, they're longer.
Oh, are they?
They're outer. They're the boys this way going around.
It comes out very good and you stand up. Right reflection. I don't know what else that is.
Guys, you can just hold on a little here and we'll go through this underneath this bridge. Might get thrown around. Okay, just slowing down in this. with that. Yeah. That's lazy drivers, friend.
Oh, is it? Oh, no.
Yeah. There shouldn't be. Stand here, mind you close the doors down there. I'll finish out Leytonstone. Somebody else will take over from You know why they use these stones on the track?
To keep the track in place. That's one thing.
No, not necessarily. They use it for two reasons. One is it absorbs the heat from the track. The other thing is the vibrations. With physics, the force, the energy has to go somewhere. So when they hit against each other, they absorb most of the force instead of that going into the structural ground itself. So if you had a track, a bridge, a track going on it, if you had no stones around it, stand carefully, please, mind the closing doors. A track with stones and a track without stones. Track without stones will, the bridge will collapse quicker as opposed to the one with stones, because the stones will absorb most of the energy. Next time you travel on a train, you know what's happening at the front, eh? You know.
Yeah, much better understand. Are we the next stop?
Yeah. See, I had an accident here. As I come around the winter, a tree fell over.
Really?
A brake was just smashed into it. Yeah. Very lucky. It wasn't a very big tree, so I didn't derail. Yeah. So I just made it, and the another train come with a engineers, they moved the train, cleared the track on the tree, they checked the train out, then I had to drive it very slowly to White City. Then they took me off, they took all the passengers off, and then took the train into the yard.
Was that a really windy day, or it was just a tree that just gave up on you?
It was a really windy day. It was a couple of years ago, you know, we had lots of those cross winds, coming across, we had one of those bad winters.
Yeah. Thank you for your knowledge.
You're welcome.
And your time. It's been very patient.
It's been a pleasure. I hope it's useful for you. And
it's really good.
I hope if your designer helps you make a career choice, if this is what you enjoy, then the opportunity is there. And just be disciplined and just keep knocking on the doors. Eventually it'll open. So,
Should we slip behind you? Or?
Yeah, just one more.